Has Bitcoin already bottomed or not? The market is giving us evidence that it may have, but one major signal is still missing. And if it fails, Bitcoin could face one final capitulation. In this video, I will show you the 4 signals that decide the answer. Why the expected September or October bottom may be front run and what I need to see before increasing exposure. First of all, let's get into the biggest problem that we have. Most investors are focused on one exact target, on one question. Will Bitcoin fall to 45K or 30, 35K, that area? Will the bottom happen in September, October? So they're focused on one timeline and one price. They're focused on one prediction forecast that was made months ago, even a year ago. The better question is, the one we use at Sonnenberg Research is, what evidence would confirm that the broader bottoming process is complete? If you remember, a year ago, I said many times that the bottom will likely be somewhere between 45,000 and 35,000, at least below 60K, between September, October, a year after the top in October of 2025. You see this here from a video from last year when Bitcoin bottoms and the Zone Smart Money watches. And I put here in white 200-week moving average and was here at around 45,000 where I put the bottom and said about 1 year later after the top. But recently, a few weeks ago, I've said the following. That said, we are not married to a single prediction. Bitcoin can always move lower and the bottoming move can also be front run. I've said that in previous videos too. I said that yes, we make a forecast, make a prediction. It's likely that Bitcoin will bottom again a year later like it always did, but that is a dangerous path. If you believe that and everyone starts believing that, it will be front run by the majority. So they buy before. So far though, we have to say that historically Bitcoin has always bottomed exactly a year later, well, plus minus a few weeks. And we'll go into that more in detail. And I say more people are now starting to expect a September or October bottom. That's the problem I'm going to speak about. And when too many participants focus on the same window, you have to stay careful. We do not buy simply because a date on the calendar matches our base case. We buy when our 3 core signals align: macro, sentiment, and technicals. This is something I've been preaching for all the time. I've always said, look, expect Bitcoin to bottom somewhere around here in this accumulation zone of 45K and below, but we will use macro, sentiment, and technicals to determine the bottom. So if the bottom's at 55K, it's going to be at 55K. It could be at 35K. But this is my